Metador from Poison Rock, and we give a welcome back to an old friend of Poison Rock, James from, Hellripper. Hi James, how are you, first of all?
Hello, thank you for having me back. I think is this the third time?
I'm happy
Um,
fourth.
Third, fourth, yeah, something
Yeah,
like that. It's been, yeah. But thank you very much for,
yeah,
wanting to speak to me again.
of
Yeah,
course.
yeah. I appreciate it. And
Yeah,
hello.
it's at least we were seeing each other and getting old. We would be like in our 90s doing interviews, like, oh, James, I was going the hundreds. I don't know, album you released.
Yeah. If I can make it to 100 albums, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
From the grave, like doing an interview from the grave, 6 feet under. No, but I'm happy to see also because you know that I love Scottish folklore, and you love that too. I mean, you're trying to let to the world know more about the Scottish folklore, and which is beautiful, but often misled, confused. And also as well like the Gaelic, which is a I like that you chose some Gaelic for the title because I would love to start to, but I would love to speak Gaelic, the Scottish one Gaelic, but it's not
Yeah.
easy to learn, I guess, but time will tell. But of course, finally we're here to talk about a new release, an upcoming release. So,
Finally, yeah.
so we're talking about something that I never listened completely. So which is new, which is
Mhm.
Coronach, which is due to
Mhm.
be released on the 27th of March, if I remember correctly,
Yes. Yeah.
through Century Media. So it's a big
Mhm.
label. Congratulations! It's a new signing, I guess.
Thank you. Yeah. 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 It was great to be a part of the label and
Yeah,
first album with the label. So yeah, we'll
how
see what happens. It's been
yeah,
cool so far.
it's
Yeah,
gigantic
all's
label.
going well.
Yeah. And of course, already two single has been released, so we can talk about these two single because in this, of course, let's start with the most, let's say, not superficial things, but with the title, because it's a Gaelic word as well, I guess, Coronach.
Yeah.
So
So yeah,
yeah, and,
yeah. So yeah, it's a vocal.
yeah,
The meaning of the word is it's an improvised
okay,
song for the dead or a
okay,
vocal lament for the dead
okay,
that would
okay,
traditionally be performed at Scottish funerals or I guess
okay,
funerals in the Highlands. Um, I thought it was a cool title. That's the main reason.
yeah,
Um, I thought it was I just thought it sounded cool. It kind of represented the album. It worked very well. It's a very different title to the other
yeah, that's what you had,
um
yeah, that's what you had.
3 albums I've released. The other three have been like really long titles, and this
Yeah,
one is just one word. I thought it'd be cool to do
yeah.
something like that. Um, and yeah, it's
So it's
always nice if it's the final Hellripper album. It's a fitting title, a funeral song.
yeah, well, let's because I think in any folklore or anything in any country there are these songs for the dead, which could be the litany, let's say, in a religious various form, singing like there are these kind of whispering laments that are singing to death. So it can change in different, of course, countries, and no, it changes because we have ours, which are old women with a white veil going, like in the funeral, crying and lamenting. They were paid to do
Yeah.
that. What a great
Mm.
job! I would apply if it was still available. Like going after a tomb, like and crying. So it's about the culture. So, but I'm really you focused a lot about always about the folklore and the storytelling of Scotland. Uh, it's well known that there is a lot of storytelling from Scotland. People that write
Yeah.
that. Let's say it's one of the places in the world that people are really really good about storytelling. And
Mm.
what, of course, which was your main influences, which your main influences, or which were like whatever, while you were writing Coronach.
So musically, I mean, it's just kind of with each album, it's the same bunch of influences,
Yeah,
um, and then expanding with other stuff that I like that I haven't
yeah,
been able to incorporate. So, you know, in Hellripper, there's always the influence of Megadeth, Metallica, Dark Throne, Sodom, Creator, Merciful Fate,
Yeah,
Toxic Holocaust, all of this stuff, all the usual stuff.
that's your
And
sound.
obviously that was expanded upon on the last album, you know, with some folk influences and more kind of different influences, post-punk and all of that. And yeah, again on the new album, yeah, there's a lot of post-punk influence on a couple of the
Okay.
tracks. So bands like Beast Milk or one like Tribulation. I love what they're doing in
Yeah, yeah,
the kind
yeah.
of gothic side of black metal. So kind of that side of thing. Um, what else? Yeah, lots of melodic death metal influence, a lot of some more progressive influence, but not
Okay.
overly.
Overly done. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and like yeah, so there's like yeah, you know, just even and I listened to a lot of 90s kind of grunge, alternative, Britpop, all of that kind of stuff. So it could be anything from
That's,
yeah, Nirvana and
thank you for saying
Alice in
that.
Chains
Yeah.
to yes, Stereophonics, Manic Street Preachers, up to like
That's
indie stuff like Arctic Monkeys and stuff like that. And
Franz Ferdinand. Oh, there were two artists.
yes,
Franz
yes, Franz
Ferdinand.
Ferdinand as well,
Yeah.
some stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, it was just kind of like that, and yeah, I use some like just trying to do something different. You know, there's
That's
some different
the riffs.
instruments in there.
Yeah.
So there's piano in there that I've never
Okay.
used.
You never
There's
used a
a lot.
piano.
I don't think I've used piano. No. And then there's synth, like synth
Okay.
kind of used for atmosphere. You know, I've never not. It's not like synth music. It's like atmospheric.
Yeah, of course.
There's violin there. There's bagpipes again.
Yeah.
Acoustic guitar, you know.
See,
So yeah, I'm just trying to kind of expand on what I've done before with some different stuff. And lyrically, again, it's kind of always the same lyrically. A mixture of all these bands that I love, you know,
yeah.
especially bands that I really like the storytelling aspect of, like, yeah, Cradle of Filth or Black Dahlia Murder,
Yeah.
um, some stuff like that, as well as yeah, you know, there's like some poetry in there, like
Yeah,
from
of
like,
course.
Robert Burns and there's Robert Louis Stevenson and
Exactly.
um,
Yeah,
uh, yeah, stuff like that. Even and again, the influence can come from anywhere. So,
of
for
course.
example, the first track, the first single released
Yeah.
last year, Kinile, that's slightly different because it's more of a personal song. You know, it's instead
Okay.
of like folklore or being based on something, it's more
Okay.
based on my experience, I would say, or my time in Scotland, and that was influenced by there's a great musician called Jake Bugg, who's like a uh, British great guitar player, great singer, kind of nothing like Hellripper, but he's got a lot of stuff that's like based on his
Of
growing up
course.
and his environment and stuff like that. And so I thought my take on that kind of thing would be cool to do. Um, just add another kind of element of the uh another kind of a different take on the Scottish theme. So you know you've got folklore and the history and
Yeah.
the poetry and the literature and legends and stuff, and then also adding my own
Yeah.
uh, interpretation or my own experience and my own
Your own country.
thoughts or whatever. So yeah, it's an album full of
It's
everything
interesting.
that I think of, really.
Yeah, it's because in eight song, it's let's say like even the time it's 44 minutes point 89 minutes. It's
Mhm.
literally really there's a lot like there is a lot of
Yeah.
elements, and also I like the fact that you mentioned about other genre that are not completely related to metal, always to rock, of course, like because always
Mm.
get from rock, but also like you mentioned some indie pop because I was a big fan of Franz Ferdinand, to be honest. So nothing.
Mm.
So I might find that you just go there. You're not like experimenting. You're just composing and blending. So and you never were like maybe people don't like, because the fact that you're blending it, people will like it because
Yeah, well, I
you're
hope so.
growing and growing. Oh, I mean, you're growing and growing. You're already part of the old scene.
Yeah,
People,
yeah,
yeah,
it's been a while now, 10, 11 years I've been doing this.
oh,
So yeah, like doing all this, incorporating all
yeah,
this different influences, it keeps it fresh and inspiring for me.
exactly. Yeah,
If
exactly.
I was, I find, you know, it would be both, I would find it difficult to find enjoyment if I was limiting myself, I think.
Just
Um,
trash and black, like it was
yeah,
done. Yeah, I mean,
just in terms of the way I work. So yeah, it's always fun to, you know, just listen to something else. Like,
you
you
know,
know, I always use the same like example, but I hear something in the Beatles and I think, oh, that's cool.
I'm
Can I
gonna,
do this in Hellripper? Like just the way a vocal appears or
yeah,
the way something comes out of one speaker and not the other one. Like, you
of
know, just
course,
something simple like that. Or the song structures and things. It's always fun to listen to
yeah,
anything, and it kind of also like thinking like that more and more kind of opens my mind to different kinds of music as well. You know, I'm always
looking
whenever I listen to something, I'm like
for
listening
something new,
for
of course.
something cool, yeah, to
Yeah,
influence me.
it could be pop next time. Who knows? I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
the
always
music is
a lot of
the music
yeah.
is
There was a lot of
beautiful.
electronic music I was listening to
Oh,
that kind of influenced a couple of the tracks. I
that is
mean, not overlay, but yeah, like I
like
mean, I was listening to
always.
some Aphex Twin. Editors are one of my favorite bands of all time, and their last album, EBM, was one of my favorite albums of all time. And stuff like yeah, you know, John Frusciante. I love
Yeah,
him anyway, but his weird experimental electronic stuff, you know, I listened to some of that, and the influence the results on my album are not as out there as that kind of stuff, but you know, the influence is there, and I bring it in from yeah anywhere.
it's like like you said. There's also like this because it's not like you are using, let's say, I don't know, some instrument coming from I don't know. So, but you are using classic instrument anyway from as well
Yeah.
from Scotland as well, which but you're keeping like not like going too much, like keeping
Hmm.
it kind of in your way to just build your, I think, your own idea how the album should be. Like it is like
Yeah.
bagpipes like that, piano that this amount, synth this amount,
Yeah.
just not maybe stepping too much or too little. It's, I mean,
Yeah.
you are the one composing, so you know what you want the
Yeah.
result to be in the end, of course. I mean, and I especially when there are folk influences in extreme genre, like extreme, like in trash or black, it's beautiful to hear because you have the atmospheric thing and also make the genre, I think, listenable even for people that are used to more, you know, like even if heavy metal, for example, or just rock,
Hmm.
because there's
Yeah.
the atmospheric vibe that people are really becomes, not want to say catchy in a bad way, but sticks in the mind, like
Hmm.
Knile. I mean, this is that stick in my head.
Yeah.
So that was
I mean,
really
yeah,
beautiful.
that's the goal for a song like that, where it was,
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, the goal was a catchy chorus, like a pop chorus, you know, you can
yeah.
shout along, you can sing along. Um,
That's
and yeah, it's just like, yeah, Hellripper's just, since it's just me, it's a
yeah.
personal thing. So
I
I
mean,
do what, like, it's just kind of the, the blending of everything that I like. And,
of course.
I keep it speed metal, thrash metal.
Yeah, of
That's
course.
the
It's
aim, you know,
always and
that's,
your sound is
yeah.
where you start, is where you started.
Yeah, and then just try and complement that with all the other stuff, as you say, like kind of, yeah, just do something a bit different, try and just
Yeah,
keep myself, yeah, again, just keep myself happy doing
yeah, of
this and enjoying the process and
course.
having fun. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, and it's changed like as you see yourself, like you said, it's like 10 years. You should do something like 10 years, like the first 10 years, like, I don't know, we
Yeah.
did something. I mean, this could be like Coronach, this could be like something 10, 11 years of a celebration. I mean,
Mm.
if you look back really when you released the first single, I mean, you changed it. Like, yeah, you kept the core, but your sound developed a lot. Let's say redefine yourself a lot.
Mhm.
So how, like, because I don't want to say define your sound, like, but let's speaking about Coronach, how we should let's give it a kind of a quote or an adjective, which has nothing to do even with the sound. Could be uh, poetry, artsy, cinematic, whatever. It's up to you.
Well, to me, this album, I've described it early on when I was writing it. It sounds cold.
Okay.
It sounds like I don't know why. It just that's the vibe I got. It's a cold sounding album, and that's why I wanted the artwork as well to be kind of gray blue.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
I
because
thought it was a very icy, very cold feeling, a bit like
yeah,
I don't know if it's the production or if it's the sound. I don't know, or maybe it's just me
that's
giving myself a fake image in my head that I'm like, it sounds cold. But that was the vibe I got, and it
yeah.
was yeah, just I felt like the last album, Warlock's Grim. I wanted the green artwork because I felt the album
Was
felt a bit more foresty and
yeah,
folky. And now, yeah, I got the feeling that this was
more
icier and maybe a bit more black metal vibe
okay.
overall. And yeah, I wanted the blue, the gray, the kind of dull
Yeah, the
kind
yeah,
of
no, yeah, exactly. You're up, yeah, I understand because with the cold, let's say the blue, these are the color that came in mind, the blue, the gray, the this kind of whiteness surrounding as well
mm,
the artwork, all this color blending, and of course, like the artwork of the album we were saying before, we starting the interview, it's really beautiful because it's outstanding the Highlands of Scotland. I mean, anyone who knows you can immediately can picture that those are the islands of Scotland.
yeah,
I mean, can't be
yeah. I mean,
otherwise.
yeah,
I mean, that are quite, and of course there is the goat in there that can never
of
miss.
course,
Of course,
always need the goat. Yeah,
yeah.
that's
But there
that's the
are three
mandatory on an album
figures.
cover.
There are three figures on the bottom
Mm.
of a what is a small stream, river, no stream, swamp.
It's like a lot, kind of a
Yeah,
lock, kind of a
like kind of
bog,
yeah,
kind of thing, like whatever you would call, like kind of a. It's kind
water.
of it was difficult to kind of get all the every aspect in there, so I wanted to kind of hint at a lock, a kind of bog, swamp kind
Okay.
of thing, as well as the mountains, and a bit of forestry. I just wanted to kind of get the essence of the Highlands, like the album cover. I mean, I take no credit for that. That's Adam Burke from
Yeah.
Nightjar Illustration. He did that very well.
I see.
I gave him a kind of idea, and he just
Okay. Put it
made it great. And yeah, and it's a cool album cover because it looks like a place kind of near my home.
really.
Um,
I think
yeah, so it's every kind of drive I go to the airport, or if I go to Edinburgh or
okay.
Glasgow or whatever, it's basically through the album cover, which is funny,
Ooh,
and really cool. Like it perfectly,
you'll be like your own
like
journey through
yeah, it captured my environment really.
yeah, but
And obviously I'm haunted by three
yeah, that was
ghostly figures of all at all times, so it
who are these
works.
three figures? These three
So that
essence.
was kind of Yeah, so that was kind of hinted to be like the Bavanshi,
Okay.
which are female vampires in the Scottish Highlands.
Oh, okay.
They it's kind of from the song Bavanshi that I have on
Okay.
the album,
Okay.
and it's kind of based on them, not exactly, but there's a lot of that kind of thing in Scottish folklore, like
That's yeah,
the
of
female
course.
the female banshees and the Bavanshi and the
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah,
And yeah, it's just yeah,
but still the folklore is I mean it's beautiful because it's there's a not artificial, which I like it, but it's it could even represented as a portrait because I think like when there's an artwork, it's so beautiful. It should be also put it aside as a painting and maybe in the live show like
yeah,
because it's
yeah.
really
It's
beautiful.
cool. I love it.
Yeah,
I think the artist has the original.
yeah.
But yeah, I love it. I love
The
um that style of painting or art for
yeah,
my personal albums. I love the kind of old school. yeah, just
Exactly,
painting,
yeah,
you know.
because gives the old school, yeah, because people doesn't encourage, because if you see like in a vinyl put it or in a CD, people could think some, I don't know, at the first sight, maybe it's something coming from the early 90s or late 80s, but then
Mhm.
that's listening, there is of course new sound.
Yeah, yeah. It's just the style I like.
Yeah, and
And I try and kind of keep it so for like all of the Hellripper kind of EPs and singles
yeah,
and stuff, it's a different style. It's not usually painted. It's
okay,
more kind of old school looking black and white, or maybe
yeah, I got that, yeah,
something like a different kind of different kind is not painted for all the EPs and singles. Whereas the albums, I like to
I
have a
like
full
that. You
color
have your own
like
idea then.
painting. Yeah, it's cool, just kind of
Yeah,
distinguishes them a bit, and each
yeah.
has their own vibe, I guess.
Yeah, that's also because it's also understandable because so if it's colored, it's a full length. If it's not, it could be
Hmm.
zero or a single. So it's easy for
Yeah.
maybe people that doesn't know that much Reaper. At least they get away
Mm.
to find out where the full length is or not. But I don't know, right? But then if you're in a physical shop, but online now it's easy to find everything
Yeah,
like but
of
like
course, yeah.
as you know like if it was for me we could just have an entire interview talking about folklore because I it's in Scotland it's really alive like I think also as an Ireland but
Mm.
the Scottish one is really well preserved as well. Maybe even
Mm.
more than the Irish one is well preserved and there are so many because I think I already asked you this question, or I'll ask you again. If you could suggest, I don't know, one book, author, whatever, where people can get to know more about the folklore and the legends. I don't want to say the myths and legends because that's nothing. Because they are similar all over the world. What changes that what they do, maybe the figures itself.
I don't know what book. There is a book that I have, but I can't remember. I think it's literally just called like Folklore of Scotland or something.
Right.
But I don't really read like
Yeah.
books like that. It's usually kind of just online research for me,
Okay.
you
Okay.
know. And a lot of it, you know, it can be legends, it can be
Yeah.
stories, and then yeah, of course, you have authors like I mentioned, Robert Louis Stevenson, who
Yeah.
um like that's a famous author. You know, I've got
Yeah.
songs based on a horror story
Yeah.
that he wrote, and then you've got all the poetry by Burns and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah. That's
yeah. For me, it's just yeah. I mean, yeah. For me, like there is folklore on the album, but there's also like I say, everything else. There's like legends of Hunter Prest and stuff, and the
that's of course.
Kinail, which is
Yeah.
the like the personal thing, but it's also Kinail. The meaning of it is the McBain clan war cry, which is
It's your
me.
last, yeah, it's
Yeah, and then
your
you
own clan.
have like yeah, there's a lot of like yeah, and then there's like the like true like history stuff like Burke and Hare, um, which is quite a well-known one, and yeah, then of course there's Bavanshi,
Yeah,
and
it's
then yeah, another one. Yeah, and what else is on the album? Mortar Sheen, which will be
profession. Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of a nod to the previous album. It's
Oh,
the meaning is the disease that the Knuckle of V, a creature from folklore, represented on the last album.
it,
That that creature spreads that disease, and I used it as a kind of another personal kind of
story.
experience take on the world.
Yeah.
Kind of through that kind of metaphor, if you will.
It,
But yeah, there's a lot of stuff to explore, whether it be folklore and
yeah.
horror stories, poetry, and
Yeah,
history and stuff.
as I said, like there's so many that also there. I personally being a naturopath and myself, there has been in Scotland a lot of also folklore or legend or myth whatsoever
Mm,
about the herbs used, how people used to, even the type of herbs, flower used for doing certain
mm,
remedies were different in Scotland than, for example, in Italy or in other
okay,
parts of
yeah.
Europe. Some plant growing up, for example, some churches in Scotland were considered poisonous, and you were possessed by the devil, which were just poisonous. So this kind of
Mhm.
folklore, or those the baby that were born, the infant that were born not completely healthy, they were put into the tree, and then the fairies were taking them in the morning. So something small like I learned myself as well. Like I mean, I told you I have a love for Scotland. That's people, everyone knows that, and there's nothing I can do. I mean, the most beautiful the mountain path is I mean really people should do totally let's say a holiday not to only the city but all to the Highlands. I think it would be
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to explore.
and the
Absolutely, yeah.
Highlands.
I'm glad you like Scotland, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a lot
I
of stuff to explore, whether it
I love
be, yeah,
Sky.
somewhere like Edinburgh, the city,
Yeah,
yeah, or yeah, like
there's
any loads of places in the
yeah.
Highlands, there's loads of stuff
Yeah,
kind of
I got an into
also.
I got to meet an amazing artist which is more like kind of a chill music, let's say experimental. Siga from the Isle of Sky is made, I mean, it tells stories and story about the wind.
Mm,
There's super windy island, but it's nice to understand also, like different how you get in touch with music also from a small island, like I'm in an island too, it's from Sicily. It's a bigger
mhm.
though, but okay, but also like going back to the album, so will be released the 27th of March. There is a couple of still 2 months, so I think you are
Yeah.
thinking about releasing other singles by then.
Yes. So
Okay,
there'll be a new single on February, I think
okay,
10th, I
okay,
believe. That'll be the title track,
okay,
Coronach, which is cool. That's it's a weird one to pick for a single, but I wanted to put it out there. It's one of my favorite ones. It's
okay.
9 minutes long or something, and a bit more
I
epic and
like that.
stuff. Yeah, and then I think early March there'll be another single,
And then George drop
and
out.
then yeah, the album comes out. But yeah, it's
But
it's cool getting stuff out there finally. It's been
yeah, and also
I've,
there's
I've been working on this album for so long. That was fun to have you get everything out there and
yeah, there's
make it
also
and yeah.
different digipack, so different edition with different names for any edition, like for the releasing of the album. So that I was really like, there is this edition with this name, this edition with this name, this digipack with
Yes,
this
yeah.
name. It was like quite different names.
Yeah, I thought that would be cool to
Yeah,
kind of give each variant of vinyl a different kind of Scottish related name instead of calling it like the magenta vinyl, it's the
yeah,
wild thistle. The blue
yeah,
one is the saltire. Can't even remember what else I have. The
yeah, of
black
course.
cooling ones and the after
Oh,
the mountains.
it's cool though.
I can't even remember. There's like seven or eight, I think,
Yeah,
or
yeah. There's
something like that.
and then I think they will go kind of sold out pretty fast, I guess, because the
Yeah,
collect.
they're doing well. Yeah,
Yeah, do you
yeah,
think
it's
about
cool. Yeah, it's the first time we've kind of went. The last album had a couple of variants. I think there was green and gold.
yeah.
And this time, yeah, Century Media
Oh,
said, "Do you want to do a
yeah, of
bunch more?"
course.
And I was like, "Yeah, why not?
I
Why
thought
not?
like
See how it goes." People have always asked me for like colored vinyl and stuff over the
yeah,
years, and
well, it's
now you
for
have the choice.
collectors. Yeah, it's for collectors, of course, because it's I mean, and
Mm,
sound is always that, but it's the
yeah.
and of course, as the last thing, you're going to a live show, starting a tour, a European tour, like start in. I mean, no, already in Helsinki you played. Was a couple of days ago
Mhm.
in Helsinki.
Yeah,
So
we played
you will,
Helsinki last week. Yeah.
yeah, you will start in the in 20 in yeah, the 21st of March in Belgium, and then through the Europe,
Yes.
through Europe.
Yeah. So we do that, and then yeah, basically we're touring for the next 2 years, basically.
Oh, okay.
So we just haven't announced most of it.
There is also a
A
US
lot of stuff
one.
still to be announced. So
Yeah,
yeah, we have the European tour, which starts in
March.
Belgium,
Yeah,
and then yeah, we've got a few in the UK, Scotland, England. We've got
yeah,
Germany, Austria, Hungary,
yeah. It's a lot of country. Yeah, there
loads
is
of
a
places, and
Denmark.
then
Yeah.
yeah, and then we're doing yeah a whole bunch of stuff, and then we're going to be doing some stuff in Spain,
Okay.
a couple of shows that's not announced yet.
There will be announced.
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, that, and then the summer stuff. So just kind
Yeah,
of
it's
doing
festival. Yeah, so it's gonna be touring
random
a
stuff
lot.
throughout Europe.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, then we're
coming.
gonna yeah, then we're gonna do a second part of
second levels. Okay.
the tour in Europe to
Okay.
some places we haven't reached yet later in the year. Then the idea is that we go to the US and Canada, and then the idea is that we go to Latin America,
Oh,
and then kind of
conquer the globe.
start again. Yeah,
No, but it's, I mean, let me know if you're gonna, I mean, I will see it if you're gonna show up in Italy because I know that you've been in Italy, but every time I saw that you were in Italy, it was like, are you already played? Or you were the like 2 days before? I was like, fuck, I'm gonna keep
yeah,
an eye more, and if you're gonna play in Italy, I'm gonna came because I wanted to just like, you've been there like 2, 3 times already. I was like, fuck, I didn't make it
yeah,
because I would like
yeah.
to.
We
I
have
mean, we just did doing
two
it,
shows in
yeah,
Italy.
and
What's the
people loved
it's
it.
festivals, so I
Yeah,
can't remember where they are, but
one of them.
Southhammer Festival and
Yeah,
Arcanum Festival. I
yeah,
don't know
yeah,
where they are, but
yeah.
yeah,
But of course, this time I'm gonna join because it would be nice meeting after, I mean, 5 years, and it's literally 5 years. Was during the pandemic, the at the end,
yeah,
towards no, we were still in the, so maybe it was 2020. It was still 2020, kind of.
yeah. It would have been for the affair. Yeah, I remember the affair of the
Yeah,
poisons. Yeah, so
it
it would
was
have been
the
yeah,
beginning. Yeah, kind of.
yeah. I've lost all track of time
Me too. I
in
just,
the past few years. I don't know what happened when. It's been
of
nuts.
course, you're doing a lot of things. I mean, just and I know that in the live shows there's a lot of people joining because I'm hearing people really getting to talk about Hellripper. Oh, James, Hellripper, it's
Yeah,
James. Like
yeah. I mean,
it's
it's cool. It's
growing a
cool
lot.
to be able. It's cool to be able to go places where people want to see the band. It's
Yeah, they
yeah. I'm just grateful that I'm able to go to any other place.
lot,
Like
yeah,
Italy or
a lot of
America or
comments.
whatever, and people want to see us.
And there were a lot of comments saying that you are one of the most let's say that one of the best band in the last decade, music
Well, that's
wise.
nice to hear. That's
That
nice to
really
hear.
like,
Yeah, I mean, we try.
yeah, and then you tried because of course there are the musicians play with you live, but the all the ideas and it's your mind, the songwriting, the music writing, it's you. So you put
Yeah,
your, and then the live musician, the Reaper live bands put everything out there. Maybe experimenting in the live the shows as well.
yeah. I say it's like two different bands almost.
Yeah,
The Hellripper studio stuff is like completely me, but I like having the other guys involved
of
in the
course,
live band, and we keep the same live band, so it's the same guys.
dude.
Um,
It's a family
until
already. Yeah,
yeah, it's great. Like the
yeah,
other guys, they're a big part of the band, and they've
yeah,
some of them have been with the band for so long.
of course.
Like yeah, even before the pandemic and stuff. So
Yeah,
it feels like an actual band on the live side, and
exactly.
we've done loads of stuff
Love
together, and everyone brings their own
influence is huge.
take on things, their own ideas,
Yeah,
their own stage
exactly.
presence, their own
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
So
it
they
gives,
are a very important part of
of
the
course,
whole process.
of course,
But yeah, it's like two different bands to me. It's
exactly.
like
But
the
yeah,
studio side is where I get to kind of do things on my
yeah,
own and kind of experiment and kind of
yeah,
do
of course,
whatever I want. And then the live side, it's just like
of
kind of
course.
rock and roll, balls to the wall,
Yeah,
fun,
exactly. Where
fun,
to
different side
experiment.
of it. Which yeah,
Yeah,
so it kind of just
put it there. Yeah.
fills both of my
So,
needs.
of course, but what can I say, James? Thank you so much, and see you in Italy. Hopefully, this time see you in Italy, not anymore
Thank you very
watching on
much.
screen. Thank you so
Yes,
much. It
hopefully
was a
see you soon.
pleasure, and looking forward to hear the other song. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye,
you.
James. Bye.